Oh, I definitely feel like I've come back from the dead.
Did you just chug a whole bunch of tea?
Nah, it's just been a very long weekend. I've had like zero free time.
Oh, well,
Same.
now you've got, you guys have all the free time to play D&D.
But just kidding, because
All of
I've
the
just
time.
been playing WoW.
How time consuming is that?
It's been a moderate amount of WoW this last week.
A lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff to do.
It is.
Oh, my starry background's off. I must have hit it. Guys, I bought a green screen. I spent money I should not have been spending.
Perfect.
No, you totally should have been spending it.
Well,
Boost the economy.
Do you ever
that's
go on
it. Supporting
eBay
small
and-
business. That's what I did. Supporting that small business Elgato.
Wait, we came up with some small business ideas.
Did you
in our
support
website.
Amazon? I heard they're a small business.
Amazon got
nowadays.
they got a bit of a cut. You know, they got theirs.
God, theirs.
Let's see here if I can raise this without knocking over this whole system.
Cup of hot chocolate.
Oh, I thought it fell, guys. We almost just had a disaster on stream. We're in it. We're in it. What's up, everyone?
Hello.
We are live. And we are going to get going here. So since you guys all remember exactly what happened last session, there's no reason for me to repeat anything. But for the people that maybe are new or weren't
Our
here,
viewers.
right? It's a courtesy
Loyal
thing.
viewers.
Hey, we got a couple people watching.
We do have a couple
watching.
people. I know Michelle
Yeah.
pops in, watches.
We're doing a giveaway at half too, so hopefully we'll have some more people
giveaway?
drop by. Yeah,
Ooh.
we're
I heard
basically
you're giving
critical.
away a green screen.
Basically critical role. Well, maybe because my wife is not happy about it, so, it may be up on the table, maybe on the bargaining table. Okay, so last time, we were at west of East End. You just dropped off Danica, and found some chimichangas, and persuaded them to give you a remedy for this warming potion for Melandra, who had stabbed by this dirty ice knife from this mysterious killer who's wandering the Tin Towns, just killing people who skip out on sacrifices. Oh, it's a lot of story there. But you guys got to west of East Inn. You wrangled up some chewingas without having to hurt them or anything like that, and convinced them that you were cool, and they gave you the potion, and you started venturing back to Dugan's Hole, the small kind of crappy town in Tin Towns. Along the way, you stopped at Good Mead, which is their neighbor to the east. There you actually ran into Melandra, who was looking for you because her horse came back by itself and she was worried that something had happened, but all was well. You met at the Good Mead Hall, gave her the remedy. She was saved from basically freezing from the inside out. It was like slowly freezing her internal organs. She's resting there now, and in the meantime, you guys agreed to help the town with a theft. A Verbeeg marauder, this tall, almost giant-like creature, came into town and stole some beer. Really the only thing worth stealing in probably Tin Towns, and escaped back to the cave. You guys decided to trek that way. It's like a little south, I believe, of the town, and it's about it was like a 6 to 8 hour trip, so it was a pretty steady hike. You got to the cave, started poking around in there, almost ate some dwarven meat that was on a fire stick. On the campfire in the center there. You you found your horse, Caro. It was in the pen, miraculously, being treated well, being fed hay. And about that time, an ogre stumbled into you guys, and very quickly Davos looked at the ogre and took its form as best he could, like a mini version of the ogre, and then tricked the Verbeeg, who came in to investigate, that he was the real ogre, and then you all killed the real ogre. Does that sound about right?
Works every time.
The old switcheroo.
The old parent trap.
And
God damn it.
Are we allowed to say that? Fantasy.
So you've convinced this Verbeeg marauder that you are the real ogre, and these other people are your slaves. You were then going to dispatch of the ogre's body outside the cave, when another voice from outside was calling Duhg, I believe is how we're going to pronounce his name. You know, the most fantastical of names you could have. You heard another voice outside, a female voice. It was pretty far away, but it was getting closer. She was kind of yelling out as she was getting closer. So then Odaxi had the quick thinking to flip a cart and bury this ogre under a barrel of hay, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and so that's pretty much where we are. If I believe correctly, you rolled. Oh, let me switch over and make sure I show the right thing here so people can see the rolls. I think you rolled a 0 on your deception roll there to hide the body. Yeah, no, you rolled a 2, but you have -2.
Yeah, I definitely got low. Yeah, it was low. It was very low.
Yeah.
It was basically I put like a handful of
Yeah,
hay
it's
on his head.
You actually made him look more alive than you did hiding a dead body, I think, by
Ooh, well, there's another option.
Well, there's another option, right? So
Stuffed
that's
full of hay.
so that's where we're at. I'll switch our scene over here to the battle scene, I suppose. Oh man. So let's see what we got. Oh, I gotta slide you guys. That's why. A little rusty. All right. So this is our cave. If you guys, everyone can see it, okay? So here's the ogre, which I hid for you about as well as you hid him yourself. I couldn't flip the car over because card over. Turns out, 2D images don't have undersides. So.
What?
Huh?
Really?
It's a thing.
Blowing my mind.
It's a thing.
We need to write a letter.
So here's Duhg here. He actually, I believe, he's beginning to make his way back, or if he hadn't already made his way back, kind of to the back of the cave. He exited stage back to go check on the mead cask in that direction. So he's not on the screen. This direction, looks like I've hidden some stuff from you guys too.
I love the hay.
Yeah, it's high res. High res. So yeah, the voice you guys heard was back the direction you came. You know that this entrance leads out to the front of the cave, and that's where we're at.
Okay.
What's our plan?
I immediately would like to change my shape into a female. What is the guy called?
A Verbeeg.
Yes.
Have you?
I've only seen Duhg, so I'm trying to think of like what Duhg as a lady would look like. I assume I've only seen Duhg.
So are you
It's
just doing like
specifically-
Duhg with boobs or something?
Yeah,
For
softer features.
imagination.
This is going swimmingly already. Sure. So you tell me this female version that you're seeing.
Yeah, so it looks just like Duhg did, right? But softer features, a pointer nose, moderately curvy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moderately curvy.
Prefer-
And you're a smaller version because Duhg is a larger creature. So
Well, when women in fantasy world are on average a little bit shorter, so this is okay.
okay. So you're down here, and what would you like me to refer to you as in this new form?
Oh gosh, no, I mean you could just still call me Davos for this. That's
Okay.
fine.
So you're
I'll understand.
in your female Verbeeg form, miniature,
Yes.
pocket-sized Verbeeg.
Yeah.
You were there. You did it. You're still wearing your same robe that you were wearing before.
Thanks for asking. I'm actually going to remove the robe and like kind of hold it in front of me. Like, maybe somebody has knocked on your door in the middle of the night and you like get up a little bit disheveled to go check and see who's at the door. That's the vibe I'm going for.
Please. And, go ahead, Daxi.
Nothing.
This is going to work.
I think you might need to roll seduction.
Please,
No.
please reveal to the world Davos's undergarments.
Oh, yeah. He's just got some traditional, smart, like athletic fantasy.
It's a lot of adjectives you're describing.
Fantasy, theater of the mind.
Okay, that's right. That's where we're at. Okay, so DeQuinn, having seen this before, kind of palms his head a little bit, knowing that this scenario is probably actually played out in a few of your travels. So in your tone but smaller female Verbeeg form with your robe off, you are now in a cave. Cheeks are a little cold. It's a little nippy out still. So, you know, and you're not near the fire right now, so it's getting a little frosty out there.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I want to shout, who's there?
You're shouting this at the entrance?
Yeah, towards because we heard wherever the female is. Yeah.
Okay. So a moment goes by, and you just want to wait there for a second because the voice is a little distant. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're kind of calling out into that echo of the cave. And can you change your voice?
Oh yeah, it's a little higher pitched.
Okay. So you answer back out, who's there?
Yeah.
Let me switch our music over because we don't even have remotely the right appropriate music for whatever's going on right now.
Do we have the rights to like Barry White or?
No, we do not have the rights to Barry White.
I'm just gonna have a seat on this guy's head.
You're just gonna sit on your hay
I'm
mat.
just kind of gonna like lean up against the hay.
Your hay mess
to
you made?
cover it more.
Okay. All right, let's get a little honey coral going. That seems a little better. You know what? In my preparations, I did not queue up any Barry Manilow or Barry White or anything like that in free creative license form. And actually,
Should have known.
some of it might be free. Like,
Seriously.
so a moment goes by, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and you hear back, Duhg, where are you? And I'm not going to try and recreate a Verbeeg female voice, but you just hear some stumbling towards the cave in front of you.
Remind me what time it is? It's like night-ish time.
Yeah, it's getting
darker.
close. Yeah, it's getting close. So it's a little frosty out. So you guys left probably around lunch, and it is a 6 hour. So you 6, 7, 8 p.m. fantasy time window.
Mhm.
I
Yes.
don't know. I don't know what PM even stands for, to be honest with you. So, but that version in fantasy.
I'm gonna continue to say, is somebody there?
You turn the corner. You see, in a very similar fashion to Duhg, you see a Verbeeg. Turn the corner. Let me pull up my descriptive text here. Too many windows. She's got a tall. This is a big figure, right? These are kind of not the offspring, but like a milder form of taller giants. Very stocky. You see that she is as big, if not bigger than Duhg. Turns the corner down here and comes into view. If I can click it, there we go. There we go. Surprise! Just spoiler alert. She's gonna look just like Duhg in terms of token usage here. So let's not, don't expect too much. Oh. Yeah. So down here at the bottom, she comes through, and she's stockier. She's carrying a big basket, and in the basket you can see like odds and ends. She's got on her back a shield, and there's like a nice hand axe kind of stuck into the shield, and she's holding like a walking staff, long, very similar to like a lot of the clothing you see around here. This seems better made. It's homemade, but she's got like furs on her shoes and on her shoulders and her chest area, and then thicker leathers all around. And she turns and she, who are you?
I'll say, who are you?
I'm Gog. Where's Duhg?
Duhg is in the back right now, if you know what I mean.
No, what you mean?
I'm with Duhg. Who are you? What are you doing here in the evening? This is inappropriate.
Oh no.
You see, like, kind of like a little color like leave her face, and there's this moment of she's trying to process, and she's like looking back over at you all. Let's see if she notices the dead body.
Thankfully, love is cruel right now.
Oh man, what are my stats? What are my marauder stats?
Does she have
Okay.
disadvantage because Daxy's sitting on the head of one?
No. There's a lot. She's processing a lot right now, and she kind of looks around, and she, dog, what going on here? And you see her kind of yell and scream in the back.
And I'll get like a little closer and be like, Duhg is sleeping. How do you know, Duhg?
Make a deception check.
You got it. Oh.
Let's see here. This is the position. This is what he's positioned his character perfectly here. Oh wow. Okay. So she sees you as at a moment she was kind of gripping her staff and getting like like a little worked up. She kind of like softens a little bit and kind of looks in the back. I'm Gog. I meet Duhg here for an exchange.
Romantic exchange?
She seems kind of like flustered, like not embarrassed and angry and confused and like just a swarm of emotions. Behind her is this massive this minotaur with like this blue white fur, a fully armored a young woman and what is essentially a loxodon, an elephant shaped person sitting on hay on a dead ogre corpse. In the back, you guys hear some stumbling from the north where Duhg went away. Duhg and I, we exchange, and what you do here? What you doing here? She's just trying to like process and get the words out, and she doesn't really know whether she should. Her eyes are jolting from like left to right and like kind of looking back behind her.
Duhg never told me there was other. What's a female Verbeeg lady?
Verbeega? I don't know.
Okay, it's fine.
That was not in the manual. At
Verbeeg.
least if it was deep in there, and I didn't find it.
Did you prep for these games, man?
I mean, yeah. One can only do so much. There's a reason they don't allow changelings, and in a lot of campaigns.
I'm gonna highlight that.
You hear in the back, Gog, and stumbling back from the north is a familiar figure that you mentioned earlier. He's gonna come out of the back here, and he also is looking very confused. He moves forward some. Oh, why can't I move him? There we go. He moves forward some near the campfire. You see he's holding actually a cask on his back, and he kind of sets it near these barrels behind him. God, and he looks and sees a smaller form of Verbeeg, unclothed, or at least mildly clothed, holding garments, and Gog's gonna kind of storm past DeQuinn. I mean, you guys are in a large space, so DeQuinn, it's kind of up to you if you let her pass or if you check her, or what do you want to do?
I'm merely just a slave in this scenario.
A couple good intelligence rolls really helped you out last time, huh? Yeah, so it just kind of like checks back you and looks at Duhg. Duhg, who this? And points back to Davos.
And I'll go up there and say, Duhg, it's time to tell her the truth.
Duhg, now more confused than anyone in the room, looks at you and looks at Gog and goes, truth? What truth? Truth. We're friend. Friend.
Friend, no friend. Here, only two scorned ladies. And I'll say to Gog, Duhg dishonors both of us. The Verbeeg honor code commands that we kill him.
Duhg kind of Agog kind of looks back at you and looks at Gog, and you see her like drop this large basket that she was carrying and sets it on the ground and kind of like takes off her coat, and she looks at you, Davos, and she goes, "No. Honor code is we fight. You and I fight. Winner gets Duhg."
And I will say that was the other honor code. That was old ways. New ways say Duhg dies. Women have significance now.
So you're gonna put me in the situation where I have to now,
Woke.
yeah, where I have to now figure out how woke a Verbeeg is.
Yep.
Viewers, I'm sorry if this is your first time watching the show. Make it. Yeah, it's definitely deception. Make a deception check with with disadvantage.
Come on, dice.
All right, let's make an intelligence check here, I suppose.
Come on, dice.
My lord.
We're dealing with the dumbest things on the planet.
And these dumb things are not rolling well either. She kind of looks back at you and she's like processing all of this, and she looks at Duhg and, "Duhg, what the hell are you doing here?" Doug's kind of what's that?
Can I encourage the slave? I'll say, slaves, help us kill Duhg. He dishonored everyone.
Duhg kind of looks back at you and looks back at all of the people now surrounding him, and he starts to take a step back. Duhg, no dishonor, no one. Duhg here for Gog, and Gog is like, Duhg bring mead, and he kind of holds up this big barrel and he shakes it. And Davos, you're close enough, you can hear kind of the swishing around of the liquid in there. I think Gog. Here, just one more time, I suppose. Gog's gonna kind of like grip her spear that she's got, and she's gonna kind of, you dog, you embarrass Gog. You embarrass Gog, and
Duhg. That's me. We didn't exchange names.
What?
What?
He embarrassed me too. I didn't know about you, Duhg. Quick, before he can think his way out of this.
Okay, we're gonna roll for combat because combat's happening in some shape or form.
Yeah.
I think yeah, okay, so here's what we'll do. So everyone roll initiative. I will I think make sure you click your token, and that should get
Dude, I'll have to put the turn order up.
I'm gonna do it this way. Here we go. Combat tracker. All right, let's get this peaceful music out of here. It's no longer peaceful. We fight now.
I'm sorry, but DeQuinn is confused as hell.
Listen,
Frog, log, chog, stuck on his head.
join the cloud.
You as well.
It's a fairly straightforward plan, guys.
No shit.
And this is like the first time they've seen you change too, so they're probably like, what?
Oh god, where did I just put that in? Okay. Too many keyboards. Here we go. There's one. And that's actually 10. That's a 20. All right. Let's see. And then I can sort, can I? There we go. Sending. Descending is the one I want. Kara, what's your dex modifier?
+1.
And mine is 0. Okay, so you get to go first, actually. So I will give you a 21, just so that you can be the top of the round. So kind of sensing that there's the tension's rising and there's still a lot of confusion going on as well. Caro, you are the first to be able to react as you were kind of slowly slipping your warhammer out loose and ready to spring in case something inevitably went wrong, because there's not a lot of this that does make sense.
Yeah, there's a problem. I won't be able to do anything because I don't know what on earth is going on at all.
Okay, that's fair. You can, do you want to hold an action instead?
Hang on. I guess I will just... I'll just bless the party. Just like, dear, help us. Just help us in any way you can.
Okay, so bless up to 3 people within range. I think your range is 30 feet, so you should be, right?
Yeah, 30 feet, so...
So you may be outside Davos range. Do your thing. You can move if you want to still.
I'm not gonna move. Davos does
Okay.
not deserve my blessing anyway, not after getting us into this shit.
So you're gonna bless you, DeQuinn, and Adaxi?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Okay. I will, so no movement? Any bonus action?
Nope.
Okay.
Leave it at that. Y'all are blessed.
Which does what, a D4 on saves?
Saves and attack rolls.
Actually, oh, there it is. Okay. Up next, Gog. Gog kind of like hears you kind of chant and mumble something behind her. She's going to kind of turn. I don't even know how to direct her attention. Or we're just gonna. Oh well, that's actually good. Well, that's what we're trying to determine. She's processing. This is a very complex moment for her, DeQuinn. She's processing a lot of emotions right now, and she'd really appreciate it if you would just give her a little space.
Yeah, sorry.
But you do see her she kind of, and she just lets out like a scream, and she reels back, and she's gonna chunk a spear at Duhg.
Yeah.
At Duhg. Now I'm just merged their names at this point.
Drug.
Let's see.
This
To
little,
hit.
like,
What's that?
something got drawn in the middle.
Oh, it's
Sad face.
probably one of these knuckleheads going at it. Oh, right there. Oh, that's bless. The symbol for bless that I was using.
Oh.
You know,
Sad though, blessed by it, yeah.
it's like a prayer symbol. You don't like my prayer symbol?
Looks like a sad face.
Just looks like a sad person.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
Nope,
Just move
nope.
on.
We
Sorry.
paused. Everybody, we're gonna pause the action for a
Oh,
moment here.
no.
How about this symbol? It's like a aura symbol, a holy aura symbol.
Yeah, that looks like more
Yeah.
blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're radioactive now.
The other one would be better for like Bane or something.
Everyone's got opinions. Okay. That's a 19 to hit. That is actually going to strike Duhg true. It is going to be a... Oof. Oof. You see the spear just kind of stick into Doug's shoulder. He also lets out a scream. Very confused. He turns. You can see he, like, out of pain, he turns and he looks at Minnie Verbeeg female close to him. That's gonna be the end of Gog's turn. Dear God, kill me now. Davos,
Gog.
Davos, you're up.
Yeah. I am going to stab him with the dagger.
Stab him with that dagger. 20 hits.
That's right. Give me that head, man. 4 piercing.
All right, so let me adjust here. So let me make sure I keep track of everyone's life. Otherwise, it's gonna be a long fight. Right in the leg, 4 damage. Urgh. He takes it. Urgh. He kind of flares his nostrils out at you even more. Movement or bonus action?
I'll just yell, "Kill him, slaves!"
Wearing a lot of hats today. Up next is Odaxi.
All right. The Duhg is the one right next to Davos. Right?
Yep, up there at the top.
Okay.
What's it gonna be? You're actually,
okay.
unless you stood up, you're sitting on a dead ogre, if I
Right.
recall correctly.
And I'm also in cover from him, probably too, right?
I would say you would have probably a half cover from the cart,
Alright.
if you choose
I
to
don't-
use it.
I don't know if that matters. But...
It would make it I get +2 to your AC, I believe. I'll have to actually double check.
Do I have to go into cover?
No, I think you have it now, kind of as you're standing. But if you were to move like left or right some, you would expose yourself. You could move back.
Okay. No, I think I'm okay then.
Yeah,
Just
sorry.
I want to cast Sacred Flame on Duhg.
Okay. I think you need to roll to hit, correct?
No.
Oh, it's a save.
Dex 13 save.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
And then Bless gives me a D4 on top of that for damage, or is that just a?
That would be if you
Only
were
for
swing. Yeah,
attacks.
if you had to make an attack roll like to hit,
Okay.
and if you had to make a save, he does not save, so he takes the full 5 damage. So you kind of see. Do you just pluck a little fire out of the campfire and shoot it right? Oh, I guess it's sacred flame, so it actually has to come from your holy symbol.
Yep.
So a little fire bolt-esque shoots out at Duhg and starts to. You see the fringe of his furs catch on fire a little bit, and unpleasant smell comes across you, Davos. Okay, that's a good hit. So he takes the full 5 radiant. Anything else? Bonus action or
No.
movement?
No.
Okay. Up next is DeQuinn.
Yeah, as I walk away from Frog, I'll say, I am slave. Not all men bad. Dog is bad. You'll find a good one day. And bonus action, rage, and attack of the Hellbird.
Okay. Do you want to describe your rage? Because your rage has an effect now, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. As he walks away after laying down some life lessons to this awesome Verbeeg, his tattoos light up, and you see all the tattoos on Caro, Adaxi, and Davos. Your tattoos start to appear now, and you're all covered in like a blue mist that surrounds you, and you swear that you can see like the elves of the ritual stand beside you at this time.
Yeah, it's faint. You guys feel the presence of like additional creatures friendly to you since you kind of were introduced to them earlier. The twins, I believe, were with Odaxi.
Yeah,
And-
Luna and Soul for Daxi.
And a younger one kind of rests beside you, Caro, and a strong, sturdier, militant figure is kind of with you over your shoulder. But you're used to that, Davos. You've gone through this with him before. Okay. Roll for attack.
Yeah, could I reckless, please?
Sure. Yeah.
20 hit.
20 does hit. 13 damage total. All right, you just bring that halberd straight into like his upper right shoulder and just stab it, and you can see it kind of penetrate, and Duhg kind of lets out a little bit of a cry.
You're so mean to women, dog.
Duhg's so confused. Let's see. Was it 13? Oops, wrong one. I'm gonna keep doing that, so hopefully I don't kill the stream somehow. There we go. Okay, you can see Duhg. He's looking a little hurt. He's winded. He's now got several pierced weapons in him. A spear is just kind of sitting out of his like rib area. The halberd's in his shoulder. A very tiny but thorough little dagger cut on his leg. He's staggered a little bit. Let's see. But it is his turn. I think. Let's see. Yeah, he's undeterred. This processing all of this, he's focused a lot of his anger to this female, barely covered, mostly uncovered actually, female Verbeeg miniature version who just stabbed him in the leg and is basically ruined what was supposed to be a great evening. He's going to actually, let me see if this is a bonus action or a regular action. I'm just going to say it's a bonus action. You see him, he's going to reach down. He's not reaching down. He's going to put his hands to his mouth, and he's going to, I can't whistle, so, and you guys don't want to hear me try to do this into a microphone, but you hear him whistle. And he's going to turn at Davos, and you ruined my exchange. And he's going to bring down his spear that he's got onto you. So explain Ancestral Garden bonus while I pull this up real quick. To Quinn, if you're there.
Yeah, sorry. He has disadvantage while raging. The first creature you hit with an attack on your turn has disadvantage on the attack. And if that attack still hits, the recipient has resistance to that
Dear
damage.
Lord. Well, he does hit with a 17, I believe. And if you've... I don't think you've taken off what little armor you had, maybe.
Yeah, no, that hits.
It's going to be... I think we always round down. Isn't that the rule? It's going to be 6 damage.
Is that half?
That is halved already, yeah. So 6
so you
damage.
Just see the big, like the elf dude that manifests and it becomes more clearer to everyone, even the person attacking you, and he just like stands in front of you and takes the hit pretty much. Like he has a shield and blocks it for you.
Yeah, you see this...
Great sword, but yeah.
The guy.
As he holds up the great sword with the flat blade up in front of you, and the spear as it hits, you can see it like start to lose momentum, and what would have been a much stronger strike, it kind of glances off your side and shoulder a little bit. It still hurts. No one likes to be cut, but you can kind of see that this figure, and then the bluish sort of elvish warrior figure kind of like dissipates again and kind of misforms behind you and reappears again. I think he can attack twice. He does. So he's going to attack one more time. It's only on the first attack he has disadvantage?
No, all attacks that don't attack me.
Oh my god.
But it's only a creature I hit, so.
What is this? What is that roll? 18 plus 6. Is that with disadvantage? Oh, no, it's not. 13?
I think that matches, so that hits.
Okay. I think we're going to introduce a rule where, like, if you actually hit the armor class, it's still reduced. Because, like, I don't know, I always thought it was weird that, like, the armor was a certain strength, and you just hit it. Like, so I feel like if it's equal, it's what's called, like, a glancing blow. It does some damage, but it's not going to do the full damage. And that goes for you guys as well, hitting another creature. Unless you guys just don't want to do that at all. It's one that I've been thinking about adding, and I didn't have a chance to talk to you guys about it before.
No, you're running the game, man. Do it.
Obviously, in this situation, it's beneficial for you, but it would be likewise if you were to attack him and hit his armor class. You would have a glancing blow, and you would still it does half damage before any other, modifiers take place.
Okay.
Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Sure.
Okay. So he does. What'd you say? You said no.
No, it's fine.
There's always one.
So it's always a deal breaker. You're right.
Let's see. So we'll roll to hit. Normal. So it's going to be 11 halved 5, and then halved again with Spectral Guardians is 2.
Boink.
So again, this time you're shifty. You're shifty when you're half naked, Davos. You always have been. No one knows that better than DeQuinn. So you manage to dodge out of the way, and this time also that ethereal hand kind of grabs a hold of the spear and pushes it down, and you can see the spear again kind of make a a downward angle strike and just kind of slice the inside of your leg a little, doing very little damage. He's very frustrated, Duhg. Okay, we're back to the top of the round. It's Caro.
Yeah, I don't blame you, to be confused.
Okay, I don't know what to do here. Caro doesn't know what to do here.
Kill
Oh.
Duhg.
She just thinks this whole situation is just a bad idea, so she's just going to sit still and look pretty.
Okay.
You can shapeshift? Sorry, that was so rude.
Oh no.
Even though you can say shift, Dave, that doesn't help you.
It's like, it's meta shit talking?
God damn it. You're gonna get smited for that one.
Yeah, but I said sorry, so it's a wash.
It's a wash. Okay, so you no action, you don't want to hold anything? It's your call. You can choose to
I
not do
guess
something.
if anybody comes to try and attack me, I'll attack back.
Okay, so you just kind of posture behind your shield a little bit, and ready in case a threat comes your direction, but not wanting to, unsure of the situation, not wanting to make things worse or better. You just kind of hold there, and wait. Let's see. I keep transitioning back between my different things here. So it's Gog's turn now. She kind of sees Duhg wince with a little pain, and you guys can see a little bit of the anger and kind of furiousness leaves her. Let's see. But then she kind of shakes her head and slaps like the side of her face and embarrass me. And she's gonna pull out another spear and sling it at Duhg. I've never seen these guys roll worse intelligence roll, and they already have just terrible
and then
intelligence.
nice combat rolls.
Yeah, no kidding. What do I need to do?
You
It's
know,
this one.
warriors, right?
Yeah, they're thinkers, not fighters for sure. Let's see. And she hits. Poor Duhg. Duhg just wanted to do an exchange, guys.
I think we all know what Duhg wanted.
Duhg just wanted to do his exchange. Another spear shoots and pierces all very close to the last spear. You can see that Gog's incredibly accurate, especially at this range. And she kind of huffs and... Up next is Davos.
Yeah, I am going to... We don't know what the whistle was, right? He just whistled.
He just whistled.
Sweet. I am going to... disengage. Oh, that's my action. All right, I'm going to disengage and come down this way.
Okay. Any bonus action?
Nope.
So you see kind of with the mist in place, Davos quickly like rears back and jumps back before Duhg can take another swipe at him and moves just a couple spaces south. Odaxi, you're up.
Is he looking pretty beat up?
Doug's hurting. Yeah, he's got 2 spears in him, a halberd, a couple cuts, or a cut at his leg, and you singe the front of his kind of face and chest area. So you can see a little blood running down the outside of his mouth. He's very confused and very kind of just beat up. He's not looking that great. Got a little life in him, but not a lot.
Overkill, I think. I'll just cast Sacred Flame again.
Okay.
Bread and butter. So
it's a dex save.
Throw.
A 13 exactly. Boy, I didn't even think about how to do saving throws with the glancing. We'll just say the same rule, right? Well, no. If he saves, he saves. So he takes half, which is what?
Well, he saved it then.
Yeah, he did. Does he take
he
no
takes
damage?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Bonus action.
Nobody's hurt, right?
Davos he took a couple swipes.
I can do a healing word
Okay.
on Davos.
For Davos.
Thanks.
As
So
that leg wound kind of stitches itself back up and brush away like.
Oh, I'm
what-
sorry. I meant to. Well, that's fine.
What's wrong?
I meant to cast the rank 2 of that. I don't know why they show up in both sections.
Yeah, so that you can actually
Sorry,
cast.
we'll
it
leave it.
whichever
We'll leave
section
it
you
at the.
Okay.
Yeah, that was plenty helpful.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to move?
No.
DeQuinn.
So good over here.
Charge and attack Duhg.
Okay.
He like to hit women. Maybe they'll hit something the same size as him, and just a normal halberd attack, please.
Go ahead.
I don't know what happened
Quinn
there.
timidly attacks.
What'd you do there? 1d10
Oh no, that's a nat 1, yo. That's what happened.
with all those modifiers. 1d20 plus 5 equals 1 plus 5 equals 6 plus 0. Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, do you get plus 1 with your rage?
No,
Oh.
it's
Okay.
2 to damage. But
All right. Well, as you come forward to meet this woman beater that you've so accused, he's able to take a quick step back, and where you tried to land that halberd in the same spot in that already pierced sort of fleshy region of his shoulder, but he rolls his shoulder back and misses completely. Anything else?
that's all I've got.
Okay. Up next is Duhg. How angry is he at you? Let's find out.
This
Oh, he's pretty
woman's
angry.
oh my.
He's pretty angry. He's gonna come around. Let's see. So you're gonna get an attack of opportunity, DeQuinn.
Can I grapple?
Not as a reaction.
Okay.
It's an action to grapple.
Attack then.
15 does hit. Yes. 9 damage. Nice strike. So this time, as he's turning, you're able to actually reach a little further and slice right down his back. He kind of grunts as he continues to barrel towards Davos. What was it? -9. Okay. And he's gonna take 2 attacks at Davos. And they're both at disadvantage, I believe, still.
It only works if I hit him.
If you hit him,
Yeah, so if I missed, then he went past and I didn't hit again.
does the reaction count?
Yeah, it's the first time I hit something.
I'm confused. Well, I'm sorry. So does the reaction count as it re-triggering that effect, or is it only for the first round?
No, it re-triggers it. It's well, it's up to you. It says when you're enraged, the first creature attack on your turn becomes the target of the warriors. And is the reaction still part of your turn?
I don't think so. The first person you attack on your turn, but it doesn't say you have to actually hit because you did attack him. You just missed. We'll just for the sake of keeping up with it, we'll say that it counts this time.
Okay.
And just post the rage, or I can pull it up later and take a look, and we'll figure it out.
Okay.
No big deal. It's gonna be an 11 to hit Davos,
Negative.
and we'll do another one. That's 13 and a 23. So 13 hits.
Yeah, that's a glancing one.
Oh, look at that. Well, it's really coming through. I'm glad I spoke up early about that, I guess.
Good roll.
17 halved is, what is this? 9? Nope, 8. And then halved again because of your resistance is 4.
Okay.
Oh, man. Maybe we need to get rid of this rule if DeQuinn's going to be giving everyone ancestral gardens every fight. You guys are never going to be at risk of dying. Okay. That's his turn. As he comes through, he pulls out one of the spears in his arm and goes to stab you, Davos. But DeQuinn quickly slices up his back, and he loses grasp on it and falls to the ground. He pulls out the other sword or the other spear in the same spot, and then comes down with you and is able to kind of pierce it in your top of your thigh. Up next is Gog. Oh, so is that right? What happened to my Caro? Did I skip her?
Yeah, it should be Caro, I think.
Caro, I think you're up, actually.
Just doing the same thing, preparing for something to happen to me and attacking if something does.
Well, that's good because you hear behind you, actually, you hear this rustling sound. And it's almost like a thudump, 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 thudump. Coming from this direction. You don't see anything yet. And there's no torch because you don't have dark vision or anything down that, so it's very dark down that cave, but you hear a sound, an impending sound. Do you still want to wait and just prepare?
I guess I'll just move to the mouth of the cave at least.
Oh, move towards the sound. Okay, I like it. No fear, Caro. That's what they called you back in school. Do you want to do anything else besides move?
I guess just ready to swing at the first thing that comes at me.
Okay. Up next is Gog. Gog is going to... she kind of also hears that sound behind you, and then she turns and sees you step towards it, and she's kind of... Well, we'll give her a chance here. Oh, she kind of perks up, and you see her, Caro, or I don't know if you're even looking, but you can hear her kind of rustle behind you, and she kind of turns and looks, flashes back to Duhg. You hear she turns as well, and she kind of prepares a spear down that cave, and she goes, something big is coming. That's her turn. Davos.
Yeah, since she's not looking, I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt at Duhg.
Okay. It's going to be disadvantage with him
Duhg
in front
or
of you, right?
the female.
With what?
You've cast it at her or at Duhg?
At Duhg.
It's going to be disadvantage because it's a ranged attack, right? And he's...
Is a range.
I
it's
don't
in-
think you're talking about Duhg because he said since he's turned around. Oh,
No, yeah, I'm gonna.
He wants to cast a spell while
I got
Gog's
you.
not looking, yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I didn't think about the disadvantage portion, but I already said it out loud, so let's do it.
Okay. You have a +4 you can use. Oh, no, you
No,
didn't get
no.
blessed. That's right.
I get blasted. Someone was upset. Yeah.
So regular 10
Yeah.
does not hit.
Alrighty.
As he sees you kind of conjure up this magic in his hands, and he goes, Duhg, no! And then ducks quickly, and the bolt just kind of shoots by his head. Singes a little hair, but no damage.
That's, let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Next is Odaxi.
Come around here. Try to get Duhg off. Fake friend back. Hit him with my mace.
Okay, make an attack roll. Ooh, you do get to add a D4. It's not gonna help you though, even if you rolled a perfect 4. So, if you want to roll it just for giggles and shites. As you come around, you slip on a little bit of ogre blood that it kind of congealed on the bottom of your boot, and you just bring the mace down right in front of him, near his feet, and just missing, unfortunately. Do you want to do a bonus action or any other movement?
No, I'll just stay engaged with them.
Okay. I believe it's DeQuin's your turn.
I'm going to charge over here and say, Duhg can join friend now, and recklessly attacking.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you kind of say that, he looks under the cart and goes, "That was friend."
Oh yeah, because I got up.
Reckless. All right.
Yeah, it was reckless.
Okay.
9.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I want to headshot him.
Okay.
So he has to make a hammering horns. He has to make a strength saving throw DC 13. He should be good, but I'll try it anyway.
Strength save. Yeah, he had 19. As you go and you thrust your head into his chest, you can feel the horns like pierce just a little bit, but it doesn't. He doesn't. I think it was supposed to push him prone.
It just pushes him 10 feet away. It doesn't make him prone.
Oh, okay. He kind of stiffens up and like digs his heels in the ground and shrugs you off. You can see he's the light is flickering in his eyes a little bit. He doesn't have much more stamina in him as he's kind of starting to sway back and forth.
I said join friend.
At the sound at you hearing you say friend and him seeing his dead friend under the hay who he thought was an imposter but now finds out it's all clicking together for him. He's going to turn to you and scream, and he's going to make 2 attacks at you.
Yeah, he's got advantage.
Okay. Let's see over here. I'll get my controllers messed up. There we go. Spear. Advantage. Spear. Oh, advantage. So a 23 and a 16.
Both hit.
It's going to be... What's going on here? I have a lot of numbers.
What do I want to hear?
Yeah, why do they have 2 piercing damages? 3d6 plus 4. Oh, I see. See, they're each... Okay, so it's 30 damage total.
Just
Piercing?
did-
Yeah, reduced to 15. And with that fury, he just takes 2 spears and just jabs them very quickly into your torso. And with this last like ounce of like anger in him, you can see that he just gives it everything he's got, and they're 2 good blows. Luckily though, as they hit each time they strike DeQuin's body, like you see like a shimmer of tattoos kind of form and slightly reduce the impact of the strike. And then they kind of fade away back into that sort of blue mist. Caro, you hear kind of coming from that cave entrance, you hear that rumbling starts to slow, and it goes da-dum, 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 da-dum. And in front of you, and I actually have to pull you back a little bit, in front of you kind of comes lurching out of the back of the cave a giant polar bear.
Of course there is.
Oh,
It's brown because I don't have a polar bear token. And it kind of snarls and looks at you and looks at all of you behind, and
it's snarling. Oh,
and let's see. Let me roll initiative for our little polar bear friend. Oh, it's got initiative. It's 20. Back to that layer. That to that.
I thought it
Turn.
was the drum beat.
No, not that again. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum.
That's what it kind of sounded like. I thought it was my people coming. I was like, yeah.
It's
Your
3
people.
football bear coat.
Gets you guys every time. So Kara, you actually still are higher than an initiative, so you see it kind of come, and it starts to lurch back and beginning to come down and swipe at you.
hammer.
Okay, the hammer that you've been preparing. Oh, you were holding too, weren't you? So
No, just got one.
I know, but weren't you holding an action before?
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, if anyone like comes in and attacks me.
Well, it hasn't attacked you yet, so let's just say it doesn't trigger then necessarily.
That's all good. Just one swing of the hammer will be
Okay.
fine.
A 20 does hit for sure.
Yeah.
11 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
So as it comes, you were prepared, and you saw that Gog was preparing for something as well to come running through. It does kind of burst through, and it lurches up in front of you, and right then and there, you just bring that hammer straight into its chest, and with a resounding thud, you could feel it kind of like repel it back a little bit. But it is attacking you now. That was it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bad bear.
Let's see. It's going to make a bite attack and then a claw attack. It's going to bite for 10
10 misses.
and claw for 23.
That hits.
Yeah, so that warhammer strike you hit right into its chest deterred it just enough so that it couldn't get its jaw over your face, and you can hear the teeth snap kind of to your left, but then it comes back with that right paw as it's coming down and just strikes across your shield, and the weight of it almost knocks you over as it pushes you back. So yeah, it does 12 damage. Did I mention that?
Oh, okay. 12 damage.
Yeah, it's a big bear. So Gog now seeing this bear kind of come out, and goes, another trap, this bear, and it's gonna move forward here and kind of tick beside you and stab its spear into this bear. Let's see. It's gonna do a normal. Oh, it's gonna hit too. So for 16, you see it just kind of like take. It's used to. You can even see that some of the furs on her is maybe even bare. So it's fought these creatures before, and Gog's a strong Verbeeg female, and she jabs that spear right into the shoulders behind it, and it hurts. You can see the bear kind of snarl in pain. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Minus. There we go. It's looking beat up already, just from the two resounding attacks from you two. Davos, you're up. You see and hear Caro and Gog engage with the bear in the corner over there. The bear's already looking like it's taking some blows. Also, Caro is. You could see that you could hear her take that blow against her as it comes down with its claws.
I will firebolt. I think I'm gonna firebolt. Nope, I'm gonna have. What were those awful bugs? I'm behind on bug facts here.
Yeah, well, you're behind on bug facts.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be bees. I'm going to cast infestation.
Okay.
It's got to make a Constitution save 13.
So the bees that you.
Panda ants.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those. Nah, it's bees. I already said it.
Cannon. Ferocious forms of the honeybees that you saw in Good Mead.
Murder hornets.
Let's see. I'm sorry, you said it's a Constitution save?
Yes, 13.
It does 15.
That will do it.
Very stout, the Verbeeg folk.
Yeah, alright. That's what I'll do. That's it.
Alright. Odaxi, I believe you're up.
This guy in front of it, Doug's still alive?
He's barely alive. You can see he's kind of using after taking a swipe with the spear last time. He's kind of like propped up on it now, using it to kind of stay on his feet. He's got one hand on his thigh, trying to keep himself
I'm gonna
up.
let Dak in, take care of him. Just turn and notice that there's a bear
Mm-hmm. If you move away, he's gonna get an attack of opportunity on you.
Oh yeah, no, I can just stay.
Okay.
I can hit the bear from here, right?
Yeah, you can hit the bear. You can hit Carol.
I have
It's gonna be
100. Yeah, I'm gonna cast a rank 2 guiding bolt.
Okay. Let it rip.
120 feet. So
Yeah,
shoot
guiding
it.
bolt's a great spell. And with a 25, your aim is
That
true.
probably misses.
A 25?
I'm just
That's a
kidding.
nat 20.
If that misses, you guys are in a lot of trouble. 18 radiant damage.
That was a nat 20, by the way.
If it missed.
No,
What?
that he hit. 25 was a nat 20 for him. That's why
Oh,
he
it's a
rolled.
nat 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Oh man. So you just release from your religious symbol. There's this almost like fireworks come shooting out, and they all kind of go, and you can, as it goes up, you guys see it illuminates the top of the cave, and there's nothing exciting up there, but then they all kind of hover and then coalesce and then come down, and they just, there's the light's so bright, and in this darker cave, only the campfire here is really lighting everything. You just, this blur of white radiant light in the corner. Kara, you don't even see it coming because it comes from above you. In front of you, you're temporarily blinded, and as you Agog like turn away and look back, there's just a singeing pile of fur and meat where there used to be a bear, and it is not of this dimension anymore. It dead. In case you guys didn't get that.
Excellent.
You've absolutely, the 18 would have left it on one leg, and it would have ran, and then you doubled it with a nat 20 and just smoked it. So, would you like to do anything else this turn?
I have to make sure I cast that. I can do nothing else. No, I'm good.
All right, well, that was an incredible hit, so nice job. Let's see, up next is to Quinn.
Okay. Can I decapitate this one?
Roll for decapitation, please.
Okay. Recklessly.
The 20 hits. How would you like to decapitate him?
Vertically between the legs and all the way up to his
Oh
chin.
my god,
Oh,
that's not
that's
decapitation.
decapitation.
That's division. That's just long division.
Me no good at math.
So DeQuinn kind of like stands up, and all of his tattoos still like flare and kind of. I like to picture that they shimmer like in different areas, but you know, it's your character. You describe it however you'd like. Feel free to correct me. You just see him kind of slowly walk up, and he brings the halberd down all across the ground, and there's like a scraping, and sparks kind of kick up behind it as it comes through, and just with one quick motion, right up the front of Duhg, and he just slowly blinks and flops over into two pieces. He's also dead.
Sorry, Duhg, me no friend.
With that, I'm going to temporarily bring us out of combat while we figure out what we're going to do with this new situation here. Let me give us some less fighty music. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't fade us out like a real DJ.
My immersion.
God kind of like, she's like wiping her eyes and like looking around and looks at Caro. Caro, I'm assuming you kind of have a bit of a shocked face, look as well, because you didn't see this coming from behind you.
Yeah,
and,
just like a slow turn of the head, probably like that Bert and Ernie gif of just one of them just looking up for the newspaper, just like
Yeah.
that kind of
And
energy.
as you turn, both of you kind of turn, she does it the same way, and she kind of looks behind you guys. See the rather, besides trying to hide a body, Adaxi's not too like animated or eccentric or anything like that. But you just this in his hand, kind of there's like steam coming up from his holy symbol from this incredibly strong spell that he just cast. God kind of looks around, looks at you, Cal. What going on here?
I have no clue.
She sees the sincerity in your face and extremities since you did spend the entire round, you know, like very confused at what's going on and not sure what to do. So there's almost a sense of trust, and she kind of looks back in time to see like pieces of Duhg kind of fall to the ground, and there's like a moment of like disappointment that washes over her. She goes, Duhg, exchange with you? And she points over at Davos.
Say yes.
What you bring for Duhg? That better than Gog?
Duhg, say my milkshake bring boys to yard.
No!
And said better than yours. And I said I charge 1 cask of mead.
She's trying to put together words she's never heard of. And somewhere, you know, in the ether, that song fires up on a radio in one of the other, in the Nine Hells.
Just as Mateus jamming to my milkshake brings the boys to the yard.
You bring mead? Duhg said mead for me.
And I'll put my hand on her shoulder and said, Duhg said lots of things.
Can you even reach her shoulder?
It's
try.
like lower elbow, like a gentle caress of the elbow.
Yeah. Grandmas do that. It's still nice.
Make a persuasion check. Make a persuasion check with advantage. Whatever at this point. What? I've got nothing left.
What game is this?
They're basically allies now.
Duhg. I bring Duhg basket, and she kind of gestures to it, and you guys see she has a very interesting collective sort of things in her basket, which I will read to you appropriately here as soon as I can find them.
Is there any berries?
There's no berries, I don't believe. She's got lots of odds and ends inside. You can see some of it looks metal, and very manufactured metal, manufactured to the point that you guys probably haven't seen it before. Very thin, smooth sheets almost of different pieces of metal, and they're broken around the edges, but it's very different. And you kind of see, she goes, Gog, see, light and sky come across the open forest, and from it drop these bits of sharp, pointy stone. Gog going to give these to Duhg for exchange. Become Duhg's, and she starts to kind of break down a little bit. It's an ugly, quick cry, and she kind of like shakes it off. Duhg disappoint me.
Me too, friend. And what if I'm gonna try to like usher her to the exit?
Okay, see you.
We take the meat in basket. Bye.
Gog find another mate to exchange with. And she's gonna go and kind of pick up her basket and start to head back out. She's gonna take one like last look back at the cave and kind of look around and shake her head, grab her spear, and begin to head out.
Frog, before you leave, did you perhaps attack or eat anyone from the village nearby?
Gog traveled very far to get here. Beautiful, blue, white-haired man. And you kind of see she like looks you up and down and like notices you're taller than all the others and very muscular and well built.
Oh no.
She kind of like
Into a good blush.
she kind of looks you down. Gogno have villagers near her home, but if they come, she will defend herself.
Would I? The basket full of stuff. Is there more where you picked up?
There are bits and pieces all over. Sometimes they're hard to find.
I will say, I will trade you 5 pigs for some of what's in your basket.
God.
A token of friendship.
There's no.
Pigs for a medal.
Are there pigs? No, there's goats and sheep. I was like, wait a minute, yeah,
Okay.
that actually sounds pretty good. I was like,
they
there's
look-
no damn
they
pigs
look-
in there.
They look
And
they look
roast
pink.
bear.
Oh yeah, sheep for sure. They keep you warm on journey home.
Those are pretty sheep.
Not as pretty as me.
This is not time for self-confidence issues.
Gog looks back at you. You are pretty too, furry man.
About the horns, do you like the horns?
Gog, Gog, try and focus right now, pretty man. Give her one moment. I give you shiny baskets for all the sheep and all the goats.
Leave us one goat. It's cold and we must eat.
She's kind of thinking it over in her head. Deal. And you can see her.
I'll
She's
shake
like-
your dainty hand.
It's not dainty. It like wraps around you, and you get the sense that if there is some kind of residual frustration, perhaps at you as the middle piece to this sort of this love triangle, she's going to walk over there and she's going to survey the cart with the hay on the back that's flipped over, and she's going to flip over the cart and kind of look, and all in all, the cart seems to be in pretty good shape. I think one of the wheels in the back is a little disconfigured. She just jams it on there and kind of and pins that wheel back on, and she walks over to the pen with the sheep and the goats, and she starts trying to wrangle up some rope that she has and tie them all around and guide them one by one on the back of the cart. It's a bit of a time-consuming process unless you guys are going to help her.
You know, whisper
I am not.
Yeah, I'm just gonna whisper this.
What's that,
No,
DeQuinn?
I'm just gonna whisper to Davos when she goes over there, like out of earshot. First of all, I'm glad she didn't see friend. And second, you know, if we just kill her, we can take the baskets and the animals.
So I think it's better to let her meander.
There's danger to people, but that's none of my business. Town folk people deserve to die sometimes. I mean, I do it every now and then when they have pretty things. So yeah.
Caro is glaring at you.
She's not even near you, but you can kind of sense it, like from across the room, like, and you're getting used to the feeling, so it's kind of comforting in a weird way.
Yeah, it empowers me. But yeah, whatever you reckon, Davos. Just say we could make profit with all the livestock, but you never know. Perhaps you could lead us back to where this area was, and we could find more shiny things. Do you know what those shiny things are?
I don't have any idea, right?
You can roll a check, and I believe it is Arcana. No, just intelligence. No, Arcana. I apologize.
No problem.
You piece together that they are something unique that you haven't seen before, which is kind of odd because you've been in big cities and you've traveled. You're a well-traveled guy, so you know it's not every day that you don't come across things that you're not sure what they are.
she said she traveled far.
And she also said there were no people by her, so I'm good to let her meander.
Okay, well, as she starts to rally, she starts to gather them up. She takes, how much for horse?
Horse is not part of the deal.
4 sheep.
Quiet, slave.
One person says no.
Be
One person
quiet.
says One person says 4 sheep. She's kind of looking back and forth.
Horse is needed. We need the horse for. I bench press the horse to get strong like you.
Scrawny Verbeeg woman, don't bench press horse.
No, not yet. I'm working to horse.
Yeah, keep working, scrawny woman.
Yes, friend.
Maybe you should demonstrate how strong you've got it.
Quiet, slave.
So yeah, she rounds up all the horses and the sheep and the goats, and begins to like kind of put them in the back of the cart and tie off the back so they can't get out. And she's going to begin to kind of wheel them out. You can tell the one wheel's dragging in the bottom of the cave. And she looks back and one more time, kind of at half Duhg, laying there, and spits on the ground. And she begins to leave out.
As soon as she leaves, I'm gonna finish throwing this robe back on, turn back into Davos, and high five to Quinn.
And just like that, what was
Very cunning.
a very
Collective.
awkward looking Verbeeg woman that he'd never seen before, is back to the sultry, I think you're a kind of orange-haired, bearded Davos, right?
Yes, sir.
And you guys kind of see his figure transform and morph, and it looks odd, like especially when he does it without his robe on. As he's putting his robe on, you can kind of... What's that?
Gag-inducing.
Yeah,
Is it gross when he turns?
I mean, things are moving and popping and kind of like it's different. With that though, I think this seems like a natural place to take a quick bathroom break. Which is exciting because we get to do our giveaway thing. It looks like we've got some people out there that, maybe want something. So, we have, to give away today, we've got a mini that's been 3D printed and painted by our very own, Davos. I almost said DeQuinn. He didn't do anything. Davos. And it's of Auril, first form. So it's the owly sort of, with like a robe and like a hunchback of Notre Dame kind of feel to it.
Oh, that was yours? Cool.
Yeah,
That's
so
really good.
yeah, so we painted it and printed it and painted it, and we'll do a quick giveaway where we'll post a code word, and then you have to be a follower to be able to post in the chat. Only post once, otherwise you'll be disqualified, and then we'll randomly select the winner, and I will get your contact information some way, shape, or form, and ship that out to you. You have to be in the US, so come on, be nice here, so don't make me have to spend a lot on shipping, but that's what we're going to do. So what code word should we use tonight, group?
Kill it horns.
What?
Long
No, the horns are out. What?
Division.
Long division? That's 2 words. That's kind of off. How about we'll do love triangle, since that's how this all shaped up.
Oh.
So one word, love triangle. Post it in the chat if you're following, and that will be our code word. So we'll let people post. Please only post once. We'll go to break and then come back. I'll announce the winner, and we'll go from there. So love triangle is the code word. So post that in chat. You do have to be a follower. That dumbs the rules. For everyone else, I will transition us to our... I'll even write it in chat just so that people who are here know, or maybe if they come later. Love triangle is the code word. Not a very good code word when you post it in chat, but that's okay. It's our first time doing this, so we'll figure it out later. All right, I'm going to transition us here, kill our audio a little bit. are coming back here. I'm going to turn this audio up a little more. All right. Switch this back over. God, there's so much clicking to do, guys. Just so much. There we are. All right, we're back. We didn't have anyone post for the giveaway. That's fine. You know, first time, it happens. We'll just roll it over, and eventually we'll give it away to someone who wants it. So, no worries there. Okay, so finally, there's a certain stillness in the cave that hasn't been there for a while since you guys have been here. There are now, well, let's get rid of some items, right? Because there are no sheep and no goats. One goat you left?
Yeah, we haggled her down. We got a goat.
Did you? Oh God, I almost just deleted my whole thing here. No. Haggled her down to one goat. All right, so gone. There's your one goat. Bloop, 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 bloop. A little shake weight over there, whatever that was.
Gotta keep the strong arm.
Okay, there's now a singed and sizzled bear. It's actually smelling kind of delicious for people like DeQuinn. You haven't had dinner yet. That's smelling pretty fresh over there. And there's a divided rather than decapitated Duhg, and next to the campfire. Caro, your horse is there. There's a goat there, and there's a basket of metal. Let me pull that back up. Let's see.
Is the pelt on the bear and like?
It is not salvageable.
God damn it,
No.
Walrus.
It was devastated.
Ruining a good pelt.
Caro just has like her fingers to her temples and is just like taking deep breaths in and out, just like.
And I'll say,
burning human and you're just sucking it in like that. Disgusting, Caro.
as DeQuinn is doing Minotaur things, I'm gonna say, Caro, Adaxi, I have to tell you something. I am a changeling.
I think we figured that one out.
The most undramatic reveal possible.
And
You
I
guys-
saved your horse.
That was the end goal.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. I just don't appreciate everything that happened before that. I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. Follow DeQuinn's lead if you get confused. He's aware. Sorry.
He's not aware.
Aware of what?
I think just generally what's going on if I hit him with the old parent trap again.
So the everything you know about the basket you already know. It's just a bunch of shards of metal that look unfamiliar to Davos. It's a pretty large basket. It's like, and it's not light since it is metal. There's also the one cask of ale that Duhg brought with him in this portion here. So you guys have that, and that's pretty much it in this room that you're not already familiar with.
Yeah, I would definitely want to check out the rest of the cave, and it's like pretty straight nighttime right now, right?
Yeah, it's getting pretty close to probably midnight, maybe even starting to get into the morning hours some.
Yeah, well, I think we should definitely stay here, but I don't know if we want to look around the rest of the cave and make sure we don't miss anything potentially of value or significance. But in the morning, I'm going to want to bring the head of Friend and a half of Duhg and the ale back to Good Mead.
You don't want to take a bear head back with you?
I mean, if we're taking stuff already, sure.
Take a mantle out of it.
It's like the most grotesque bear head. Like the eyeball like is like hanging still out and like slightly singed from where like the spell entered its torso and then caused everything to kind of cook from the inside out very quickly. Its tongues.
Let's pass on the bear head.
On the fire, can I knock whatever remains of whatever dwarf person is probably overcooked right now?
Oh
and
yeah, it's
start-
burnt. Yeah, it's sizzled pretty nicely.
And that nice knucklehead trout that was laying on my hip, I wanna start cooking it up.
Okay, it's a decent size too. Did you prepare it at all?
Well, I've gutted it. You can eat it with the skin on.
Okay. Well, I'm not eating anything. You tell that to the others.
Well, they just go hungry. It's not for them anyway.
Fire's getting a little low since this has been a rather lengthy sort of engagement here. But there's plenty of hay around, which would give it a quick jolt, but it's not going to keep it much longer.
Yeah, definitely. I'll look for some sort of wood. Look, this crate's got plenty of wood. Can I
Yeah,
shake
sure.
it?
Yeah, you can
Top off?
crack it open. It's let's see what's inside of it. I think I already told you guys last time. One crate's got straw, which appears to be probably for the goats, the sheep. One's got 10 torches in it.
That's a fire. 10 torches straight on.
That's it. Oh, you just throwing all of it on?
Yeah.
So what was a dinky sort of like, extinguishing flame, it's a moment where it almost looks like he put it out because he just took a crate and threw it on top. And then the inside starts smoking and smoking and smoking, and smoke starting to pour into the cave, and the bottom kind of burst as well and starts to like flames immediately start to shoot from the top of the crate. It almost like it was going to explode, but it managed to like get enough of the compressed air out of the cracks before it did so.
Nice fire to cook knucklehead on. Nice and big. So yeah, once it's thriving, I want to put the knucklehead on.
Okay.
And then while I tend to cooking some knucklehead trout, I want to look into poor little Dougie's pouches.
Doug doesn't seem to have much on him, besides a ton of knife wounds and the obvious incision up his torso. There's a spear used, but other than that, there's not much on his person.
Okay.
Double check to make sure. There's a stone knife. That's about it.
That's okay. I'm just going to sit down, cook the trout, and sharpen my halberd.
All right.
While
Caro?
singing this-
Caro, Daxi, Davos, is there anything you want to do?
I'm gonna go to the fire with DeQuinn and kind of wait for him to throw me the scrap that he's done with.
Daxi?
I don't think so.
Okay. Caro?
I'm just giving my horse some company, probably grooming it to the best of my ability. I don't know.
Yeah, you notice it doesn't look worse for wear. It's the saddle would be off and probably thrown to the side on the ground, but it's well fed and warm. It kind of gives you a little nuzzle as you get close, a sign of recognition. It's also maybe a little snooty that you left it tied up in a cave.
Hey, Davos.
Yes.
They reacted pretty good to you to revealing you're a changeling. You remember the first time you revealed yourself to me?
Vaguely.
I believe there was also undergarments in a female form.
Well, I don't think that's what happened, but no, I was very surprised. Well, you were in an orc form, and I almost, I don't know, decapitated you.
I think maybe our new companions maybe have seen and experienced more than we gave them credit for.
I didn't get that impression. It's, I don't know. We've been traveling with them for a couple days, but I don't know very much about them still. And Walrus just destroyed a good pelt on that bear, so I'm quite upset about that.
I think it's nice to have some other people around while we're traveling.
I'd rather the 4 sheep and 4 goats, but I'll listen to you. You know best. Also, are you really gonna run for mayor in that town?
I think we could make some common sense reform in Good Mead. Make Good Mead great mead again.
Oh, speaking of meat, did you have a look at what's in the cave?
Yeah, do we find out if there was more than one cask?
There were 3 casks stolen.
I'm going to take a. Do I have a cup? I'm going to either use a cup or my hands to sample it.
Okay. You find the. Forgive me. I've been brewing mead for a long time, but I imagine the cask has like a cork of sorts that they use to sample the wares while it's fermenting, and so you can quickly sort of pop that out. It's gonna come. It's heavy. You know, it's gonna be a quite quick pour with the pressure from the rest of the cask on it, but you can quickly get some in a cup and seal it back up really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's the same mead that
Good
you
mead?
had before you, but it's great mead. But it's the same mead you had before you left.
Yeah.
And you can see on the side of the barrel there's the mark of Good Mead, which is, I believe, actually just like a tankard. And what else is in there? Anyway, yeah, it's a tankard. Oh yeah, a drinking mug made of cut off section of horn with antlers, handle added upright and centered. So that is the symbol of Good Mead, the town.
Well, I'm going to suggest that we try to get some rest. Get this back to Good Mead.
You only planning on taking one of the casks back?
No, I think we should take it all.
Oh, okay. You guys still have to find the rest of it.
Oh, I thought I said we explored the cave.
Oh, there were
Sorry,
3
yeah,
missing.
then-
Yeah, I don't think we've gone up here.
No, you guys haven't left this room. If you guys want to explore the cave, we can quickly. If you want to do that, we can kind of go through the different rooms relatively
Sure.
speaking.
No, I would want to explore the cave. I think before.
Can we take a short rest while we're eating my knucklehead trout? Otherwise, it's gonna burn, and I'm gonna be very upset.
Sure. I think, given the quick talking that you've been doing here and kind of like just taking a load off, you definitely qualifies as a short rest. You guys would know, having approached the cave, that with the 3 different entrances, this cave's, relatively large, so it's not a matter of 1 or 2 more rooms. It looked pretty expansive into the mountainside too, so to have, 3 entrances is pretty impressive. Yeah, but as you guys... Sorry, go ahead.
Do we take a short rest? Because I'm
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah, give yourself a short rest. Have some seared knucklehead trout. It's fantastic. You can quickly tell Daxi and Caro why it's so sought out for. And you notice that DeQuinn is very careful to set aside the bones, rather than just toss them into the fire.
There you go. Just as good as ever. All right, I'm good to explore.
Everyone, Carol, you got 7. Is
A
that what
torch
you did?
in here, probably.
What'd you say?
Torch.
Dark, or is there light?
I'm
Oh
sorry.
God.
The
Yeah.
cat's rubbing up against me right now. Is it dark in this hallway?
It's dark everywhere but the room you're in. No natural
Okay,
lighting.
so we need a torch.
And
I'll.
there's a
I think
10
I
of
still
them.
have
10
a
of them are
torch.
burning right now on the the campfire.
Oh, that. All right. Well, I'll come over and pull one out of there.
No,
No,
they're
all
destroyed. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, they're destroyed. All right. I'll slide us back to.
I should still have one from. I do still have one.
Yeah, most of your starting equipment comes with one.
I'm gonna light the torch in the torch fire then. Oh,
Okay.
I am.
You're
It's very dark. Oh. Okay, there we go.
I moved us to the other room. Sorry.
All right, so I was up
there we go.
here, lighting the torch and the torches.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll start the.
Takes you to that corner of the map. Sorry. There we go.
Did we check what was in the other crate?
I think it was that one was torches and one was hay.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna go. You want to go to the north first?
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna let you guys move your own characters here as I reveal what's as you come around the corner. Oh God. Oh God. Here we go. Click, 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 ta-da! It's not pretty, but it's the way we're doing it. Suspended from the ceiling of this chamber, there's like a bunch of ropes and pulleys, and you can see there's like baskets actually up into the ceiling of the chamber, tied off to like some sort of tie system off into like near the ground. Clustered near like that southern wall, there are there's 2 wooden casks, and you can see again that Good Mead symbol on the side. There's like a little small bed there, kind of off like of like mattered like tattered like leathers and hay that's near bedding near the cask.
We found the other 2 casks.
Yeah, it's they weren't hidden, but you do see that they were perhaps suspended into the ceiling, and then maybe Duhg released them or someone released them and lowered them to the ground here. Oh, I can kill combat.
Or I'll just pick 2 of them up under each arm.
To the
Or are they that big? Or are they bigger than that?
They're heavy. I think they're 200 pounds apiece.
200?
Yeah, so you go to lift one up, and it's extremely heavy. And then you go to lift the other one up, and it's much lighter, actually.
Uh-oh.
Son of a gun. I would investigate that. Can I just, like, I don't know, shake it a little bit, see?
Sure. Yeah, you shake it, and you hear some things rattle around inside of it.
Like, not liquid?
Not liquid.
Let's pop that cork, baby. What's in there?
You pop the cork, and nothing comes out.
And I peek in there.
It's dark. With your dark vision, you see just a bunch of junk, it looks like. Oh, hey, wait, that was one. You see, like, as you shake it, like, oh, that was a coin, I think.
I'm going to turn it upside down and shake it until the coin comes out.
Out of just the cork?
Is
The
it,
whole-
is this, I mean, what size coin are we talking?
It's just one piece of silver falls out.
Sweet.
Out of the, if you're just using the cork, like the basket, the barrel's sealed, so if you're just trying to shake things out of the cork,
Yeah.
yeah, 2 silver coins fall out.
I'll give it to Odaxi and say, can you throw this against a wall?
Pop the lid off. I'll just bash one side of the lid that should pop.
Yeah, so you bash it, and then there's just it sounds like a Mario game, like, you know, like there's a bunch of coins kind of shoot out of like a chest or something, and there's tons of coins fall around. You can see there's like a hunting trap. There's a small like rabbit skin bag. There's something pink falls out. A ton of coins. So all in all, I'll just, you know, rather than have you guys continue to do it this way,
I'll throw it on our party loot then.
It is 72 silver, 344 copper,
Yikes.
That's a lot of coins.
a translucent pink moss agate gemstone worth 10 gold,
Ooh, that's pretty. I want it.
A healer's kit, a
Do you
hunting,
want that too?
a hunting trap, and a small rabbit skin bag containing 10 silvered sling stones. I can obviously post that to you guys and send it to you later too.
I think that
I
was
touch it up.
adding it.
It's on the party loot page.
Cool.
Did we add what was in the basket too into the party loot?
I didn't. What was in the basket?
I'm assuming it's still sitting. If you guys have it,
Oh, the metal.
yeah, it's just a bit. It's a unfamiliar metal.
Okay.
That came from the sky.
That came from the sky.
Yeah. Probably ice. She wasn't too bright. Did we make sure it wasn't ice?
It was. You would know, even with like the 14, I believe you rolled, that it's not ice.
All right. Is there like a little crawly hole up this way?
Yep, to
Okay.
the north. What is that? Westish. You see another sort of exit to a different portion of the cave.
Yeah, I'd want to check that out.
Okay. Let me see here. Polygon reveal.
Comes with action sounds. I love it.
It does.
Ooh.
Pro
Carved
subscription.
steps. Carved steps on the south side. Climb 5 feet to this this thing. So 5 feet down. This is like 10 foot high up. It's about equal level to the cavern you just came from, but you can see steps around to the south.
I'd relay all of that back to the group here.
In the middle of the room is a rectangular stone block. It's about 7 feet long, 4 feet wide, 3 feet tall. Pictographs are on the walls of the chambers tell a tale of one tribe's journey through the mighty mountains and across this perilous tundra. So you see like carvings along the wall. And a large rectangular piece of stone here.
All right. I'm gonna hop in here.
You're dead.
Oh shit! All right. Well, should I roll for a new character?
I told you not to go changeling, man. I knew you'll get rid of you straight away.
We leaving the mead here for now?
Unless you want to carry 200 pounds on your back.
No, I don't.
Then, yeah.
And the other mead's in the other room.
Yeah, so one meat there. The treasures, which you guys kind of like just grabbed up and I'm assuming pocketed, however needed.
I mean, I can go in the other room and just sit down on my butt if you want me to look after the meat.
No, that's what I could do that. I could pick this up and bring
Oh
it.
no, Mr. Destroyer of Bears, you should go with the group.
I mean, there's worse nicknames than to be the destroyer of bears.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh,
that's pretty rad.
Daxi, destroyer of bears. Got a ring to it.
Hider of friends.
Hider a friend. What you gonna do, Davos?
I mean, I guess I'm interested in the carved stairs here.
Yeah, there's
And
just well carved stairs that lead down into into more darkness.
Is
You
there
can kind of
anything
see
that-
the make of you see like the make of a wall.
Now that I'm in here and like looking at this table, altar, stone, whatever it is there anything special about it that I didn't see before?
Sure, as you guys, let me see.
The Queen is just imitating whatever Davos does, so if he's like pressing stuff, he's pressing stuff.
You guys see that the stone rectangle block. Well, I'd say make an investigation check, and then you can get one person to help you, or they can make a secondary
I
roll.
can give him guidance. Or, yeah, just help.
Yeah, I'm helping him by doing exactly what he's doing.
Do I do it with advantage then if they're helping?
Sure, yeah.
Didn't help.
It's
Guidance gives you a +4. Or another 4 dice. 4 sided.
1d4. It's enough that you kind of get the sense that, so there's two pieces of the stone, and the top piece, as you push against it, it doesn't really move much. It's very heavy, but it feels like it's separated from this bottom portion of stone.
I'll ask DeQuinn and Adaxi. Can you guys move that?
Can we move it? I'm a mover of
To
mountain.
open it.
Yeah. Can I shove the halberd in and just try and like lever it up?
Make a strength check, whoever is trying to push this thing.
I'm gonna step aside and let him do his halberd thing.
Using a halberd?
Yeah, to
Yeah.
like get leverage on the.
Oh, okay.
I don't want it to drop on my toesies.
Yeah, strength check. You can make it with advantage if you want for using leverage. Roll for leverage.
Alright, well, with leverage 17.
I'm sorry. It's you can feel it give a little, but it's not moving at all. It gives, but you're making progress, but
All right,
not
so
enough.
I'll help then. Now that it's got a little bit of movement.
Okay.
Everyone grab a corner.
Whoever is participating in helping needs to make a strength check.
I shall participate.
I mean, it's not
Okay.
gonna help, but I'm gonna participate. Perfect.
Get 20, Arrow!
Okay, hold on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, between Adaxi and DeQuinn, you start to feel like, okay, we're actually making some progress here. It's starting to, you can hear the stones sliding a little bit. And then Caro comes behind you guys, and with, I don't know if it's the angle she took or whatever her approach was, the stone begins to slide very quickly, and you can kind of see that she's like tensing up, and you both kind of look over, and she's like really getting after it, kind of honestly outperforming both of you in terms of pushing. And at the very end, you see Davos very weakly kind of like just brush it to the side as it's already starting to slide off. Inside, you see the remains of a humanoid figure, bones only, and these sort of decorative leathers and cloths laid around him. Sorry, that's my dog barking in the background. But there's this appears to be a tomb of some sort. In the left hand of this figure seems to be clutched around something, and in the right hand there's what looks to be a small stick of some sorts extending from his right hand.
I think we should put the slab back on.
Well, hang on. I need his clothes.
His clothes.
Yeah, it's become painfully apparent over the last day that sometimes I might need to quick change.
Well, it's quite rude to disturb someone's body after they've been laid to rest.
I was just gonna say that.
I think, weren't you the guy who was trying to like pick at the bear bits?
It's an animal, and it's dead. It's a shame for it to go to waste, but I'm not gonna
Alright.
pick up.
No, I don't.
What about the objects in the hand? What are those of any? Well,
Yeah, I don't feel strongly enough to like go against Caro and DeQuinn to take the clothes, so I'll hold off.
In the left hand, you can't see anything, but it is. I guess you would, because there'd be no flesh, so it doesn't matter. You do see what looks to be a small white stone, and her right hand, I guess, although I don't know if you could really tell by looking at bones, there is some sort of ornate, small, I don't know, maybe like 2 feet in length, thin stick.
Any
Who do we think
symbols on the
this is?
stick or anything?
I'm sorry? Caro?
Are there any symbols on the stick or anything?
There do appear to be some ornate carvings on the side, yeah.
Hey, Pop, does your master teach you anything about identifying to see if this is cursed or evil?
You mean the rod?
I mean, in your teachings, like, isn't this your avenue? Aren't you like a holy?
I know of my religious teachings with my god. I don't consider myself familiar otherwise.
You guys kind of look back. I know Daxi's kind of salivating a little bit at the sight of this very curious circumstance here. his eyes are quickly darting around because, everything
Can I-
about what this is interesting to him.
Can I identify what these are?
Do you have the spell
Or
prepared?
this-
There's an
Yeah.
actual identify spell. I think it might even be ornate or like a part of your class.
Identify, yeah.
So you can cast it by using a spell slot, or you can also cast it by doing the ritual, which takes 10 minutes plus the casting time. And I think identifies one action, so I think it's just like 10 minutes and 6 seconds or something like that to do it. Then that doesn't use a spell slot, so that's what's kind of cool about ritual magic. It just takes a while.
Interesting. Given some, I'll do the ritual then. Given some time, I can.
Okay. Do you guys want to wait
Identify
here?
these items.
It's to be about 20 minutes before to cast it, because you have to do it twice, unfortunately.
I want to at least like peek down these stairs. I don't really want to go anywhere. I'm okay to wait to some extent, but just kind of want to, I don't know, maybe get a feel for how far these steps up go, or what's at the bottom of the staircase.
You see what is like a circular sort of. Let me actually pull up, make sure I tell you right. This ring-shaped sort of excavated area. It looks very cleanly cut, more so cleanly cut than the rest of the cave. It feels kind of like a burial chamber of some sort,
Okay.
which would match the fact that you found a body just behind you.
Yeah, I will wait now.
Okay, Daxi, you're gonna start ritually casting identify.
Yes.
And does anyone do anything
For
while we?
both items, right?
Yeah. Anybody want to
Yeah.
do anything while we have like 20 minutes or so?
Every couple of minutes, I just change what I look like.
Okay, Daxis, you try to concentrate to perform
I was
this
gonna say-
ritual that you.
Yeah, but I'm just sitting down in the corner.
You see sort of like the ever-changing flesh of Davos as it just kind of, as he practices changing, now apparently liberated by this secret that he kept on his chest for only 3 sessions. So the first thing is what's called a Pearl of Power. It is a magically imbued pearl that, while you have this pearl, you can speak a word and it allows you to get a spell slot back.
Neat.
There's some other details. It's not all straightforward there, but Pearl of Power is the first item. Let me look at something real quick.
More spines.
Pull up something with them. So you choose an object you must touch. If it is a magic item, how to property, how many charges it has, what you learn any spells are affecting them, what they are. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item. Okay, sure, whatever. We'll run with it. So the second thing is what's called a Wand of the War Mage. You get the sense that this wand, which requires attunement, which means you have to you have to hold on to it for like 30 minutes and become one with it. Sort of, you have to synergize with it before you can use it. You gain a bonus to the spell attack rolls determined by the wand's rarity. And you also ignore half cover when making a spell attack. So it's what type is this? It's a +1 wand of the War Mage. So it's you know from studying this Odaxi, it's a relatively common magical item, but it makes you. Basically, your spell attacks have +1 chance to hit, and you ignore half cover when making a spell attack. As you're studying it, though, Daxi, you kind of notice that the way it's gripped, and you see some markings up this chieftain's right arm. There's some sort of almost like a burning into the bones, and you get the sense that this wand is being affected by something darker, something exhausting. You see a flash before you, it's just this your eyes go black, and then there's just a scream in the darkness, and then it fades away again, and there's something else affecting this wand, something perhaps from this chieftain who is buried here, something that would be detrimental to using the wand.
Does the Quinn recognize any of these like pictures on the side of the wall? You said it
No.
was.
This far south, you're not really familiar with the culture here. It's I don't know. There's nothing. The carvings are already worn down, and they're not very clear as it is. There's nothing to indicate like even what race this is, besides they're humanoid because you found this body.
So, the item is cursed.
It seems that way, yeah.
I think. Just the wand.
Just
not
the wand.
pearl.
Yeah, the pearl seems like natural. You've heard of different curses throughout your studies. In fact, you know, maybe some studies you weren't supposed to be taking necessarily. You get the sense that this wand would make it very hard for someone to recover during a long rest. It would be very the nightmares that you just got a flash of would be persistent and very agonizing for someone who is to use the wand. Curses can be removed though. You know that. But it depends at what cost, you know. There's a spell that you know of to remove a curse. I don't believe it's available quite yet at your level.
No, not yet.
So,
Do we have any qualms about taking these magical items to help us? Since we wouldn't let Davos have the clothes.
Seems fair. I'm okay to take them. I mean, I feel like they would be beneficial at some point.
Would you want to use the wand, or we can hold on to it until?
I should clarify.
I don't want to use it yet. If you've got a pretty bad feeling about it, then
I should clarify that you do actually get the feeling from both the wand and the pearl.
Yeah, I would. I mean, if we can uncurse or remove the curse, then yeah, I don't think it's worth it right now to.
Right, so we could take them and just not equip them. We're not cursed, right? Or is that are we still cursed?
Why don't you try asking him?
Her, but I guess you don't really know that.
You said chieftain.
The spirit, the chieftain.
Yeah, why don't you try asking her?
I can.
Because it's dead.
A
True.
dead thing rides on you. It protects you when we fight. Isn't that right, Pop? Even though they're dead doesn't mean they're not here with us.
Well, I don't see it, like, creating any kind of spiritual energy. Here, I'll even check. I'm going to Divine Sense.
You get no sense of any of the things Divine Sense checks for in the radius that Divine Sense checks for it.
See? I sense nothing. No celestials, no fiends, no undead.
That's it. Within a range of 120 meters, is that right?
60 feet.
60 feet, never mind.
Yeah.
I quadrupled the range of that spell. No, you don't get a sense of anything like that in the nearby
Would
area.
augury help in this instance?
The transmutation spell of...
No, it's just like it's being able to know the future or foreknowledge, divination.
But it just gives you like an AC advantage or something?
I have no idea. I've picked the worst type of cleric.
That's it. You gotta figure. It takes a while to figure out what's useful and what's not.
You
as
receive
you've-
an omen from an otherworldly entity about the specifics of course of action.
You could, if that's it.
That's a spell, isn't it? Ogre.
It is a spell.
Let me. You said augury?
Yeah.
Let me I can take a look for you real quick. Yeah, I mean you could cast it, and I say, let's see. So you tell me. It's also a ritual spell, so it's another 10 minutes if you want to cast it. It's 11 minutes if you want to cast it that way, or you can.
Let's see where it says that.
See, it's the R next to casting time. But you can do it either way. You can
1 minute.
You can cast it normally 1 minute, or you could cast it as a ritual spell, which adds 10 minutes to it. So ritual spell.
I see.
Yeah.
There's the whole tab with R.
Yep.
Got it.
It could help you.
I'll just cast it.
Okay. So you lay out some dragon bone. I don't know. Actually, what do you use to? What's your divination tool? What's your school of knowledge? Divination.
The book I carry with me.
Okay. So you have this tome that you use to kind of keep track of all the things that you encounter, and
Yeah, it's like a meditation. So book and like light some incense. or
Okay.
something.
A minute goes by. What specific action do you wish to get an omen for?
No.
Like I would like to know what happens if I do X.
So like if I disturb these bones of these chieftains, will it result in bad results, or if I take these items, will it result in bad?
Right. But I think we already know that.
I'm just saying that's questions you could ask.
Yeah, do I foresee that we'll be able to take the curse off?
So you focus on the nature of the curse and if it's something that could be removed, and
Right. Like in the near future.
a page from your book, kind of an empty page, like rips out of the bind from the back and kind of like floats in the air, and you can kind of see that the outside edges of the page of the book start to burn. They like light on fire and start to smoke and kind of crumble, and as it gets to the center, it looks like it's going to consume the entire page, but there's actually these ornate symbols begin to kind of form and glow through the piece of paper as it falls, and it rests on the bones underneath. You get the sense of, you understand that there will be side effects to what action you take. They're reversible, but it'll take effort and specific actions on your part. Like the curse, the curse exists. You get a sense that it can be handled, but the question seems to be at what cost.
Okay.
I don't want to mess with it yet.
We'll leave them. Leave them alone.
I think we can still take them.
Okay, just pack them.
Okay, you're gonna grab him.
Yeah.
You're dead. Just kidding.
Peace.
All right, so you have a cursed pearl of power and wand of the war mage.
Quinn's gonna take out his dagger and he's gonna put it in the grave with the chieftain and like place it near her hand.
Okay.
We should cover it back up.
I agree.
All right, you guys. So now that you've kind of wrestled it free, you realize the stone maybe isn't so heavy as much as the fact that it was just kind of in one place for a long time. So with the four of you, you're able to kind of reestablish the stone back on top of the tomb.
Well, in other news, friends, there's some crazy stuff down here.
Yeah, you've got this kind of half ring. They appear to be empty. There doesn't appear to be anything
I have
in them.
both of those items in my pack, and I put the
Okay.
cursed nightmares trouble long resting.
So that
Yeah, this tomb looks like it's been ransacked. Essentially, it's not as there's nothing of any seeming value around there. You can just tell by the look of it, though, that it was deliberately carved. It's by no accident that this is here. You're going to continue to go around, Davos?
Yeah.
Just for the sake of kind of getting you guys through there. You can see that it extends back into a hallway. And Odaxi, as you come around, you see that, if I can get my reveal up, that leads back into the room which you guys just came from. Or not just came from, but where Friend is and Duhg. To the left, you see... Oh, let me move myself down here some. And I think I need to update this for everyone else, actually. Here we go. Oh, God, all the actions. Oh, no one could see that the entire time? Oh, I'm an idiot. So, Davos, you see down here... kind of a similar sort of layout of smaller tombs. Again, nothing seems to be kind of jumping out to you or actually, let me double check and make sure. Yeah, nothing seems to be usable or still around. Being closer to the cave, you assumed that, like, you know, whatever was here was probably ransacked a long time ago. And then over here, you guys see another pathway that leads to what looks to be like an icy stream of sorts, frozen over. And as you step in, oh God, why can't I pan and move at the same time? That makes no sense. You remember the stream when you first came in, so you can guess that this actually leads back that same direction. Back to the entrance that one of the entrances that you guys could choose from. And to the north, you see the stream continues up. Seemingly connected to the room where that the original tomb was in.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, if there's nothing that I see with giving things a quick glance, I would want to go check on the ale, I guess.
Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, it's a relatively, it kind of expands into a bigger room up there. I mean, it's just a frozen, from what you can see down here, it's just a frozen stream. You'd have to go in there to see if there's anything more to it than that.
Quinn, is there anything up near you?
To Quinn, are you going to look, or are you staying in the tomb room?
Yeah, I was just probably just gonna offer a little bit of like, no prayer or just say a few words to the chieftain, and then apologizing for what we did, and then probably catch up with him.
Sure. So as you guys get closer into that room up top, you can see kind of the stream leads into like a frozen pond of sort, like a little frozen pond. And I will pull up. The frozen stream ends at it's like a 7-foot deep-ish frozen pool at the back of the cave. If you get close enough, you can actually see that at the bottom of the pool, there is a statue of a smiling young man. He's looking up at you through the bottom of the frozen pool there.
Weird.
Okay, but is it a statue or is it just a frozen man? That's what I'm wondering.
Make an investigation check. You guys also see off to the side there's some bedding and some small bones. Oh, yeah, I'm sitting here looking at the thing. Let's see what you do for your check here. It's a statue, or at least it's stone underneath. You see that it is indeed naked, except for a very specifically placed oak leaf. Let's see here. Yeah, there's some skulls and bones up closer to that portion of the cave that you're looking at, Davos. And like I said, some fur, some roughly made animal bedding of some sort.
Does it look like an animal slept here, like a bear?
You could probably put two and two together and see that, yeah, that some sort of large animal, like a bear, is here. Yeah, that's completely reasonable.
All right. I don't feel like there's anything to do with it, like to get this statue up or anything. I mean, it's weird, but I guess.
And you say there was oak leaf or something on his head?
Yeah, the oak leaf is covering his private parts.
Oh. I feel like we should remove that oak leaf.
It's a weird thing to say.
Made out of stone too,
Kara
right?
just rolls her eyes and just like, let's just get out of here.
Yeah, I think we should go check on our ale. You know, I'm thinking about all of the various creatures that have meandered into this cave in the short time, relatively speaking, that we've been here.
Right. I'm gonna go to the north passage, past crypt, and pick up this full cask.
Yeah, I think that's within limits for you, given your. I think 'cause you have a feat where you can carry things larger than your size, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think that between you and especially
I
with
don't know what the actual weight is, but
it's tough
still
for you.
heavy.
Yeah,
but,
you can't sprint by any means while having this, so you've got slower movement, but you can kind of make it work. You don't have to actually slowly move around, but you
I love
have.
it.
Says you. Says you.
All right, it's
I
getting.
will saddle up Terry.
Do you think we can try to repair the cart and use the
cart.
cart?
That cart's gone. That
The
she
cart's
took the
gone.
cart.
I apologize to everyone for breaking the cart.
She threw the sheep and the goats. Gog did when she left. She took them with her. And yeah, you did do a little bit of damage to it yourself by flipping it over. A bit of a biting cold creeps in. You guys can realize it's getting a little darker. As a little fatigue starts to set in as well. Let me see. DeQuinn, as you head over there, you reveal yet another portion of the cave.
Click, click.
Click, 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 click.
I'll put this cast down next to the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, I know better than to stay back when DeQuinn's looking for stuff. So
I smell something.
You do smell something indeed. Both of you and Adaxi, as you get a little closer,
More mead?
a smell starts to hit your noses.
do you like it?
Good smell
love
or
it.
bad?
It's a bad smell.
Oh,
Smells a bit like poop and
Oh, I love it.
death. And
Oh,
you
God.
found the poop hole. There it is.
It's literally a poop hole.
It is, as written by the designers. You see there's a dead-end cavern, and there's like a very roughly man-created, excavated 10-foot wide pit in the middle of the floor. And you get the sense that this is where things that they didn't want to eat, or things they did eat that came back out, they are in this small poop hole.
I don't suppose you want to go start shifting in it.
nope.
You guys can see to the south too what leads to be mammoth bone entrance, a mammoth boned an entrance to the cave with large bones outside. It is let me see.
Grandpa?
That's dark.
Frozen Creek, Syndicate, Northeast Kid, big yawning mouth. Yeah, there's just like bits of what look to be mammoth. Let's see. Icy mire, the bones, skulls, and tusk of a long dead mammoth. Beyond these remains is a yawning cave mouth that you just came out of. So. And at this point, too, as you guys kind of come out, you can see there's no point in hiding it anymore. Some vegetation and stuff back to form. Standing out here, this is probably the first time you've been out here at night as much because it's so cold and so often. You guys see into the sky this bright flashes of light kind of streak across, like the lights that are above. Is it Antarctica, or is it Alaska? I probably should know that.
The Aurora Borealis.
Yeah, the Aurora Borealis. It looks very similar to that. You guys would know, hearing kind of the rumors around the town, that this is actually kind of what's causing this everlasting winter. And it's beautiful to see the pinks and the purples and the blues kind of like dancing and waving in the sky. But it's an omen that tomorrow is going to be another cold day, another brutally cold day. But
Well,
you do.
I think I'm gonna go back inside and suggest that we get some sleep and get this stuff back to Good Mead in the morning.
Yeah, it's probably 2 in the morning right now, and it's getting super cold out. Like even standing out, even
great.
standing away from the fire, as long as you guys have, you're starting to shiver a little more and be uncomfortable. Get out of the poop pit, Quinn.
Quinn?
Get out of the poop pit.
Oh no,
Hey,
Quinn?
he's taking
Sometimes.
care of business.
I ate some fish and it's going through me right now. And I mean, I've never roleplayed going to the privy, so here I am.
There you will stay.
Like, falls asleep.
As
In
the
the
Quinn
poop hole?
as the Quinn stands there, small tentacles start to reach out of the poop pit
Yeah.
and wrap around it.
No.
Oh, dinner, yes.
Yeah, not the way that works.
Not my dinner.
Didn't realize I had worms.
Oh God. So a night's rest it is.
Gross.
Yes.
Yep. I'm gonna just lay in this hay that I remember throwing around
The bloody hay.
fondly next to
Friend.
I should probably throw them in the poop hole.
All right. As you guys lay down, kind of curl next to the fire as best you can. You're able to, with the various wood bits around, you're able to keep it going throughout the night and avoid, getting too cold. I tell you what, let's make our first frost check. So frost checks are the idea that you guys are existing in this freezing tundra, and having been outdoors for the first time, you're around a fire, so that's going to give you a little bit of advantage. You also all have winter clothing of some sort, so that gives you a bit of advantage. So everyone just roll a d20, and then we'll do the quick math. So, okay, not the greatest rolls. The campfire's helping. So you guys are all gaining an advantage from that. You're gaining an advantage for, like I said, having warmer clothes. So you're able to get through the night without essentially it would be getting a level of exhaustion from shivering all night and not really getting the benefits of a long rest. You're able to dodge it this time. You get the sense that, if you stay in places that are colder or get exposed to extreme elements like, falling through frozen water or something like that, you'll have to make that check again to see if you can kind of physically stave off the impending consequences of those actions. So even though 3 is normally pretty bad, in this scenario with the fire actually helping you out, really the fire is what saved you, Davos. You're able to get through the night. I tell you
Perfect.
what, let's see. No, we can do it later. Everyone's able to get a. Are you guys just? Everyone's just gonna go sleep? Is that the plan? I'm sorry, I'm kind of pushing along a little too quickly.
Yes. Yeah, I am.
Okay. I'm assuming, unless someone speaks up differently, that's kind of the plan.
Yeah.
You guys are able to get a pretty good rest, and it's not the most comfortable. It's not staying in an inn or anything like that, but it's something. Everyone but Odaxi. Odaxi, you're riddled with the nightmares of running through the woods, and at every turn there's another dark figure lurching out of the shadows and stabbing you with the spear. And you wake up and you physically start to like check your body for marks because it felt so visceral. And unfortunately, you feel like you just couldn't get a good night's sleep.
Right.
And so you actually don't get the benefits of a long rest, which means you don't get your spell slots back, and you don't get your you don't get any hit points back. And then it hits you, like this is these items that we've taken, this is probably the cost of dealing with them until you can remove the curse.
Whoops.
So you guys all kind of come to in the morning, try to get a good 7 or so, 8 hours of sleep. Now it's starting to get to around 9 or 10ish in the morning. Fire's starting to dwindle a little bit.
Yeah, let's not spend any more time than we need to in this cave. Let's get our stuff and get the
Question.
horse.
We got 5 barrels of wine. How are we going to transport it?
You've got 2 barrels
So I
of
have
mead.
2.
I thought there was 2, and then there was another.
Yeah, they're
2
just
at the
full of
end.
one of them. So one of those barrels isn't there because he brought it to the other room. One barrel was full of all of the trinkets and gold and stuff like that, and then one barrel's got the meat in it. So I mean, not picture to scale here necessarily speaking.
Okay.
Just because of all the movements and stuff that's going on.
The cart's destroyed.
Cart's not even there.
Yeah, the cart's gone. But can we fashion some kind of makeshift skid with dead
Lid
large
of crate.
people's clothes?
You could
and
certainly
maybe
try.
A crate
Yeah,
lid,
you could
crate
certainly-
lid, yeah.
Or half of a body.
You could oh god, you could certainly I mean, tell me
Just
what you.
scoop out the end.
Oh god,
So
what
yeah,
do
I'll do
so
that.
I'd want to take the a lid of a crate
we? Okay.
and maybe some cloth, and tie it to the horse somehow. And
Okay.
have them drag out the mead.
You probably have rope. You can find these things probably pretty simply. Make a crafting check. No, I'm just kidding. Make a survival check. It's not looking good. DeQuinn, you kind of eyeball what he's doing. You're like, conceptually, everything you're saying sounds like it makes sense, but the application of it leaves a little room to be lacking there.
That was a lot of big words for DeQuinn, but yeah.
You get the feeling of it.
Davos, that's not going to work.
Feel free to help.
Nope.
I mean, it's gonna be you who has to carry the stuff out of here.
Can't pop carry it. I've got the goat. Okay,
I've got the horse.
He's got it.
Wait. we
DeQuinn
can
very
horse
seriously.
carry
DeQuinn very seriously with one goat in hand.
it. Can we
He goes-
tie them to the horse like saddlebags? Tie the 2 casks together and put it over the horse. We have rope. We should be able to fashion that.
How much can a horse carry?
How much can a horse carry?
I mean, 2 casks would probably be not
It's 400 pounds, so it's not nothing.
right. Okay. Terribly obese person.
Let's see. Oh. Pretty strong. I mean, strength of 18.
Yeah, it should be able to do it.
Let me see. I can carry up to 5 times its base carrying capacity. So I don't know. What's the base carrying capacity? Is that based off its strength?
I think it's like 12 times strength. It's something times strength.
Well, any way we shake it, that 400 pounds would probably be fine.
Okay, and then the heads of these people we've killed.
Okay.
You're seriously sticking with that?
Yeah, somebody said that they needed that.
I don't think anyone said that, but okay.
We'll never know.
We'll never
For our
know.
How we
victory.
do it.
Okay, Daxi, do you want to fashion something, some sort of makeshift?
with rope, I'll tie with some length in the middle, tie the 2 casts together, and I'll need help to just kind of, sling over the other side.
could
of the
Puncture a
horse.
hole in it with my horn, and then you just sling it through the hole.
All right, make a survival
Not-
check with
no, don't.
advantage. I'll let you make it with advantage,
Don't
Daxi.
not put a hole in the cask or the horse, because I don't know which you meant.
I walk away for 3 seconds and I hear that someone wants to put a hole in my horse.
What's the roll here? What is it?
Survival. I'll let you make it with advantage for having a better,
Better
simpler
idea.
design, a simpler design
Okay.
than using the emptied half body of Duhg as a carrying vessel. Yeah, so you're able to, very quickly fashion the rope together and knot it so that the tension is evenly distributed across the different pieces of the rope, and you could, with help, set it on the back of Kara's horse, and it will be awkward, but it can carry it. All right.
But probably not Caro. So you might have to.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Kara
I'll
would
just
probably
guide-
have to walk, correct?
Yeah, I'll just guide Terry.
Okay. All right, and then you take off.
Yeah, let's roll.
All right, so you guys head back south, back towards the town of Good Mead. It is a bit of a hike. You know that now, having actually had to travel that entire way. It's uneventful. There's no no more ogres or Verbeeg. You can see the tracks as you guys are walking. Looks like 1,000 footsteps. Actually, not, because it's in the cart. You can see the wheels have kind of dug into some of the snowy terrain, and it veers off into a different direction than the one you're heading. You get the sense that Gog is returning back to wherever she came from.
I miss Gog.
I'd like
Sure
your
you
horns,
do.
buddy.
She was a nice lady. You reckon we can swap her for Pop?
You wanted to kill her.
Whoa.
Yeah, but she was still nice.
Well, good luck facing an angry Melandra.
You can kind of feel in the distance eyes upon you, DeQuinn. You're not sure from where.
I kinda getting sick of this feeling of always being watched. Then again, I kinda like it. It's like I'm the center of attention. I mean, I am the
Tears.
mightiest warrior of the north.
It's just tears just like staring at you.
You got something to say, Pop?
If I did have something to say, I would say it.
Well, dead daggers at my back. You don't appreciate the way that my tribe works. I mean, not all of us get to grow up in a nice little pretty town and wear nice cold armor and walk around and get taught by another pretty woman. We're not all that lucky. Some of us have to survive in this winter.
I'm
Maybe you
aware
should
of
just
that.
appreciate the little things.
I'm aware of that, and I respect you for that side of things.
Sometimes we have to destroy things to live.
It's a bit of a bummer, but it's the discussion you guys have on the way back to Good Mead. Kara, do you want to respond or anything? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Kara will just say, "Then it seems we both have much to learn, my friend."
keep looking behind me and in front of me, and you will learn a lot. I feel like you can't teach me anything. He's gonna like pick the goat up around his head and just walk away. Ahead.
The goat is like accepted it's dead. It's got like no like it's like there's no way I survived this encounter. So it's
Goat's
just kind of
alive.
it's alive, yeah.
Not for long.
Oh god, okay. Well, as 6-7 hours go by, you guys start to see Good Mead kind of rise into the distance. The somewhat familiar side of the village comes back into your view. Do you head straight to the inn, or is there somewhere else you want to go?
No, I think to the inn.
Okay, as you guys, I'm going to just shift this over to the end really quickly. That's west of east, Good Mead. Oh, I keep forgetting that doesn't actually do it for everyone. There we go. You see maybe a little more familiar side of, did that not move everyone? What's going on here? Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta do it on my own screen here. Ooh. Familiar sight of Good Mead's Mead Hall. Kind of makes sense now to see these large mammoth-like bones out in front as well. Perhaps they were more native to this area than you guys realized. Melandra's kind of working about the inn. You can see that she's got her armor off and she's, helping like kind of tidy up some different things here and there. Just more so out of courtesy than any actual urge or skill, but she's there working around. Lyra's also the white dragonborn with who's unfortunately missing an arm. She's walking around guiding people. It's not too busy at this time of day. God, you guys get there. Oh, actually, 5-6 o'clock. It'll start to be picking up some, and they see you both kind of roll in with these 2 casks around the horse. Melandra stops what she's doing, Caro, and kind of comes over to you to check you out. Looks at you one over, and makes sure that you're all okay. You smell terrible.
We smell terrible, but we've killed I say this like extremely loud so everyone knows. We've killed the creatures that have been terrorizing this town and returned the mead to its rightful establishment. And then I'll say from the side of my mouth, they're heroes. And I'll say, oh, we're just doing our job.
Lyra kind of watches this whole exchange and goes, "Oh, well, you're heroes in my book, that's for sure. Even if you talk to yourself a little bit oddly. Here, let me take those." And she gestures for a couple people to roll over to get the cask. Oh. Were there only 2?
Yes, the third one was sadly consumed.
Oh, well, 2's better than none, I suppose. And what of the beast that stole them in the first place?
And I will present the heads.
Oh, God, this is a place of business. Get those out of here.
You asked.
Oh, my. Well, appreciate it. We don't have much to offer you, but you're welcome to stay here. Anywhere here in Good Mead, we'll happily find you some beds and rooms and some food and lodging for you guys for the next week or so if you need it.
Is that free food and free ale for a week?
As much as we can muster. I mean, the winter has been hard on us. It's been hard on everyone, but your heroes in our book. That Verbeeg marauder has been kind of a bit of a thorn of our side for travelers here for a long time.
Lander, do you have any experience removing curses from items?
I can perhaps we'll talk over some food, and I'll see if I have any sort of means to aid you. I'm not sure. I have to probably poke and prod around some old books and
I love books.
think on it some. Yeah, we'll take a look and see what we can. Do you know what the nature of the curse is?
Go on from a chieftain.
They're memories of a terrible attack in a forest. Nightmares.
Seems unfortunate. Does it affect you in any way?
I can't sleep.
Well, that seems pretty damn bad, given the fact that you need to sleep to get through the next day. Okay, well, we'll figure something out, I think. Hopefully we can find something, maybe. If not here, then I think Bryn Janitor to the north has, I keep giving her a Scottish accent, has quite some, it's the largest town here, so maybe there's someone there who could help. So as you guys kind of like get settled in and begin to like walk around the tables, there's a middle-aged woman. She approaches you. She's human, taller. She comes up directly to Davos. My name's Olivessa, and I make the casks for the mead. I appreciate you returning our handiwork.
My pleasure. They're good casks. Easy.
I'm not sure, and she's going to cut you off as you're talking. I'm not sure if you know this, but myself and another dwarf, Shandar, has been requested to be the new speaker in this town. Some of my friends, they don't want to see him become the speaker, and quite frankly, I don't want to do it myself. You seem like you're at least a capable leader of some sorts.
Some may say. Why don't you want the other guy to be the speaker? Or why don't they want to see him be the speaker?
That's a good question. You'd probably have to ask them. I don't particularly prod in other people's business. You know, it's a smaller town. People gossip no matter what, but there's just something shady about him, I think. Something very, what's the word? Takes advantage of situations that perhaps ought not to be taken advantage of.
I guess I'd...
Listen, I don't want to be the speaker. The role's yours if you want it. I'm just a simple cask maker. You've already accomplished more in this town in 2 to 3 days than I have in my entire life. And frankly, the idea of having to travel and go to those damn meetings sounds horrendous.
Meetings?
The speakers' meetings, they're few and far between lately, but usually once every couple weeks or so that they get together and discuss what's going on and make sure that we're aligned as the 10 towns as best we can be.
Like what happens if you hypothetically miss these meetings?
I don't know. I've never been to them myself. That'd be a question for the other speakers.
Perfect. I'll do it.
She's a bit stunned, but you see her, she kind of like smiles. She's like, excellent. Best of luck to you.
Does he have like a badge or a hat?
She's like already started turning and walking away. Lyra kind of comes up to you and like just steps beside you and like watches her walk away. Politics now, huh? That's the route you're gonna go.
And I'll say I hereby appoint you my trusted advisor.
Great.
You can
Well,
be your official role will be speaker of the speaker.
No, that's not a real thing that you're saying. So here's what I suggest.
Davos, you don't know anything.
Shandar's not gonna like this, but perhaps you can, persuade him otherwise. I'll leave that up to you as my unofficial title of Speaker of the Speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe start there, but in the meantime, I think we have a drink to celebrate. And she kind of like turns to the entire room and like raises a glass. Returned cask and potentially our speaker elect. And she kind of nods to
Certify the
Davos.
results. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. There's been a lot of fantasy election stuff going on. Yes. Cheers.
And everyone in the bar kind of gives you a curious nod and shake, and you see that the person most excitedly clapping is actually Olivessa in the corner, giving you she gives you look over and gives you 2 thumbs up, and then she goes back into the back to continue making cask. And I think for now that's where we'll call it for this session, so we don't get to anything too heady going forward.
Do we know where Shanda stays?
You can ask around town if you want to, next session. It'd be easy to find. I'm sure Lyra can probably point you in the right direction.
Are you gonna plan to murder Shander or something? What do you got planned?
Oh,
You
he's
don't
got
know what I
plans.
write down in my little book.
He's got so many plans. The best plans.
I got decapitate and
Divide.
Divide. They're my.
Decapitate and divide. That's your platform.
And no one quite knows the difference, to be frank.
Neither does he.
That's funny. Awesome. Well, we're in line to pick this back up next Sunday, right? We decided to do a little double week. Is that good with everyone?
Okay.
Because I think you're back on your regular work schedule right now. Quinn?
Yeah, I'm back on my regular work schedule.
So that was the plan. If we need to adjust, we can adjust. So I just want to mention that while we had everyone in chat. So we're in theory shooting for again next Sunday, and then we'll be back on our 2-week rotation.
I'll double check if I have to make it. Still gotta get my hours for next week.
Okay. Yeah. Well, like I said, we can sort it out. That's why I just want to bring it up before I forgot.
And for me, Sundays, if we end at 8, it'll be pretty good. It doesn't have to be hard out at 8.
That's kind of my goal. 8:30 is kind of my max. Just I feel in general, it's a long session, and when I plan, I kind of only plan that far ahead anyway. So that's fine with me. That's why I'm kind of calling it right now as it is. So if we have any issues, like I said, we can adjust going on. We could even start a little earlier too if we wanted to. We can figure that out though if we need to.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, true.
Well, thank you.
Sunday, I'm not doing anything.
What's that?
It's Sunday. I'm not doing anything.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for playing and coming out and making it. Thanks for so we had several people drop by today and at least say hi. So that's really nice. We did our giveaway. We didn't get any hits, but that's okay. We'll just roll it over to next time. No big deal there. But yeah, that's it. Thanks everyone for joining us, and I'll try and get the right screen this time so I don't bounce around on 19 different streams. Yeah, thank you everyone, and we will see you next time.